before I go try to scrounge in the kitchen and figure out what to get to eat.
Megaman X.
Hey.
Legacy Collection.
I was watching somebody last night, and I don't know if it was. I'm assuming it was a modded game, which I don't know how I feel about that. There's a lot of stuff that, like when they say, "Hey, we're gonna do a speed run to see how fast we can get through this game," and it's like, was it really a speed run if you actually had to mod and put stuff into it differently? I was like, I think it should be just a normal run. It's like you just started the game up, you started playing the game, and you used whatever was there to get it done, you know. That's just me. I'm one of those people. I don't understand how people mod games and stuff to get it to work. But I like the challenges, like on this game here. There's a spot where you come up to fight Vile, and you can't defeat him. No matter how well you fight him, you could sit there for an hour and not take a single hit, or get a single hit throughout the whole level. The game is made to only run one way, with he beats you and zero saves you. And I tried back when it was on just a regular NES or Super Nintendo to get where I beat him, and I tried, like I had a good probably 10-minute run where I was just dancing around him and stuff. That could be a overestimation, you know. I was a kid at the time. It could have been like a 3-minute run, but I had a lot of jumping around acrobatics and stuff so that I could try to defeat him when he's in this carrier suit, and it just was not happening. And then you find out later on, obviously, I think when you were a kid, you didn't have the internet as readily available as people do today. They used to be a lot better at this game. I used to be able to get through this whole first part without getting hit. That you can't beat him, and so it's just like no matter how much damage you do, he never stops. Then again, I tried it in the second part where he shows up just to see if you get the Hadouken attack. If you could get it when you go to fight him the second time, if you used it on him, will it work? Because it's a one-hit kill on every boss in the game, even the final boss. And I was like, well, maybe it'll do something neat if I use it on him, and it does. It just hits him, and then he kind of like hesitates for a second as the attack finishes hitting him, and then it just plays like normal. Okay, here we go. I still put up a good fight, though. I'm not just gonna cave into this guy. Okay, now he's gonna try to capture me. You have to be careful here, because he actually could kill you if you're not careful. Ah, that always gets me. May not be able to defeat you, but he can. I kind of wish they'd go through and redo this game as just better graphics. You know, they don't have to change any of the gameplay or at all on it, just clean it up a little bit. Well, when they have something that works, I mean, there's, like, in the later games, there's some stuff that I would change, but there's nothing wrong with this game. You know, it doesn't need any new combat system. It doesn't need to be, doesn't need to have anything altered on it or anything like that. I just think that if something works good, why screw with it? No, I'm not saying that every game's like that. There's a lot of games that, hey, this would be better if this worked this way. Yeah, by all means, if the fans of the game said, hey, you know, we like this game, but we'd like to be able to do this with it, by all means, change it. But these earlier Mega Man X games didn't need anything done with them. I would say from 1 to 4, you're fine. 5 on up could probably use some tweaking, though. Then again, 5 and up, they started grading you on how fast you cleared a level and how well you cleared a level, how much damage you took, and I didn't much care for that. Well, I didn't mind it when it was just like, hey, see how good of a grade you can get on this level. I stopped liking it when it became a thing of, hey, how well you play is gonna affect the story of the game. You know, because then you have certain people that, hey, you got the bad ending, well, you got the good ending. Well, how is it the good ending? You'll have to play to get it, and you don't know how to play. Finally, speed boost. Something I always thought was kind of neat is, in these games, they actually show where he can recall previous armors. And it's just like, okay, so you can incorporate certain skills into your basic armor, but then you can actually recall other armors to fight with. And it's like, that would explain, you know, his changes as the game series goes on. But it's like they never really addressed it in the gameplay, you know. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like some games there's no happy medium. You get games that are like, hey, we're gonna handhold you through the entire thing, and it's like, I don't need to be handheld. I get what you guys are putting down. Just let me go ahead. Maybe they need to put in a thing on there. Are you understanding how this works so far? Yes, or I need a little bit more instruction. That, and I like the, when they re-release these games as a collection, I like the fact that they threw in the animated cutscenes. I was like, why didn't you guys just do an animated series like this then? They did a Mega Man animated series here just a little bit ago, but I don't know if it was any good. I haven't heard anything about it, so I assume that it wasn't. Could be the audience too. You know, it could just be that it was the audience that it was for is, you know, under the age group and stuff. I've seen some of the toys, but I haven't heard anything about it, which makes me... And they changed a lot of it, too, because it's not... And I could be wrong. I want to say I could be completely misinterpreting the plot of the story and everything on it, but from what I understood, it was a kid that becomes Mega Man. It's not he's a robot and he fights other robots. He actually has something in his system that he becomes Mega Man, but I don't know if it's he actually becomes Mega Man or if it's a thing of like he goes into cyberspace and becomes Mega Man. I don't know the whole thing of it. Guess I'll go by weakness. Though I did like in the old animated series where they brought Mega Man X in. That was a pretty cool episode. Which I thought was the last episode, but they had like one more episode. And it's like, you guys should have stopped at the Mega Man X episode. Yeah. Oh, but I forgot what I was actually talking about. I got on a I got on a side trail. I was watching a YouTube guy last night. He did Mega Man X2, but you got to play as Zero the whole game instead of Mega Man, which is weird because you're supposed to be putting Zero back together. You know, so I don't know if he did it with a mod or if it was like an actual playthrough. Yeah, I assume it was a mod because some stuff doesn't look right. There we go. So I assumed it was like he modded the game so that was because all the text and everything was the same. So no one registered that you were Zero instead of X, and then at the end of it, instead of Zero showing up, X showed up. And I was like, oh, okay, I see kind of what they did here, but it wasn't like a copy of X, it was actually X, and I was like, well, that seems weird. But because then the actual X showed up to help, like, they reversed the roles in the story. I used to be a lot better at this game. Yeah, and the buttons aren't the same either. Like, if I hook the one up for the Super Classic that I've got, I can probably play a little bit better. I know when they, in the X3 game, I hate the upgraded blaster that you get. Like, I'd rather just use the blaster I started with. It's a little bit more accurate. I can hit the bad Sigma's form a lot easier with it. Okay. And then I'm going to take a break and figure out what I want to do for lunch. I don't know if I want to do something here or if I want to run up and grab something from the hill. thinking about Burger King. It doesn't sound too bad. Yeah. I had some, we threw some Tyson Honey little chicken tender wings in the air fryer last night, but they gave me a headache. I don't know if it was all the bread or if I was heading for a headache yesterday and that just pushed me over the edge. I don't know, but the popcorn helped last night. Which I got a order through Walmart that I'm gonna add some more popcorn to. Alrighty, I think I'm going to call it for the streaming thing, and then I'm just going to take a break and